Welcome back, everybody, to the greatest podcast in the history of anything ever. I'm your host. What's my fucking name? Jim. And I'm here today,
Lupo.
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 I'm a little bit eepy, but I'm joined as always by the beautiful brown
What do
Ab.
you mean you're a little bit eepy?
I'm a little
Oh,
sleepy.
sleepy.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
sleepy, little sleepy eepy. You
Are you
know?
tired? You don't have off tomorrow? You didn't take off like the rest of us?
No, what's tomorrow?
Friday? Well, President's
No.
Day is Monday. So
Yeah,
I took off tomorrow so I can have a 4-day weekend.
I'm not cool enough to have off for Friday,
Oh, that
but
sucks.
I have off for Good Friday. Whoa.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am, and I just haven't even looked it up.
Like you haven't looked up that you're off tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. President's Day, Monday.
Uh,
Yeah, that I have no control over. So yeah, this is the Yap. I'm finally awake now. I almost okay. So you said to do the podcast at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, cool. Low key,
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
say
lie, I
anything,
forgot about it.
hoping that you would just forget and I can go to bed. But then you called at like 9:06 saying, "Hey, I'll be on in 20 minutes." And then 40 minutes go by.
Hey, you know, time is time is
A
time is
circle.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So here we are
my fault.
again.
My fault. My fault.
The podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Uh, do you have anything on your mind today to start us off here?
uh, yeah, dude. Let's talk. I mean, we don't have to talk about this, but have you been watching Pam Bondi? Like she's doing the she's under oath or something, and like she's going back and forth with senators over the Epstein files. Have
Y-
you seen that?
I've seen that it's on the news, and I've seen like people yelling at each other back and forth. But the contents of the actual like interviews that's been going on recently, no, I've been
Well,
kind of like an ostrich, put my head in the sand and just fucking ignore all this nonsense.
she's been like very rude to like everyone who's like questioning her. So it's like it comes off as very unprofessional because
Mm-hmm.
she's a lawyer and she keeps coming at these people. And it's like, even though you're a Republican, like at least treat like act like professionally. That's the other thing I don't like in politics is like they forget that these are professionally. They're supposed to be representing our country, and it's not just one side. It's both sides. They always act like so unprofessional. It's like, yo, what are you guys doing? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. At the end of it, like we were kind of talking about it on the movie podcast once, like when we were watching Return to the Planet of the Apes. It was
Uh,
just like the way that the way that people respected the position of the office, like in the movie, like apes, like talking apes, fall from space, and so they like put them in a little cell, and they go right up to the president, and they like the basically like the president like walks in and essentially is like debriefing and telling everybody else what to do, and he's like the most calm, and he like is the one that's like the wisest and like knows what to do, and basically like lines up all the troops and tells them what to do, and like that's kind of how we viewed the president back in the day. Like he was just, or at least not us, but like our parents looked at our president and was like, yeah, that dude, he knows what the fuck he's doing. And I think it's just like the access to the internet where it's everything now. There's no mystique to anybody because you could basically just see anybody's thoughts or like whatever
yeah,
anybody wants to
yeah.
post, and they don't
Well,
seem like a figure
I,
anymore because everybody's like
I
a
think
human.
I think another thing is who the president is now. Like, it's just like, I mean, there's a lot of people that think like he's great, and I'm like, no, he fucking sucks. Like this guy sucks. Like should not be president of the United States. And um, I'm not like I'm like me. I'm not a
Yeah, you're like
liberal.
a progressive. You're like a anarcho terrorist, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm just like a regular person who like just wants everything to be normal, and nothing's normal in this world. So
Mm. You're very vibes based.
Yeah, it's like, why do I have to care about what like why do I have to care about what's going on in these other countries? Like we have like our president is on Epstein files, and no one's talking. Like no one's like this is such a big deal, and I feel like since he's in power, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because the files have been in the possession of the previous administration. So like when people talk about that, like they had the files for 4 years. Like he killed himself under Biden. So it's like,
No, he didn't.
didn't he?
No, he killed himself under Trump.
Well, he
Pretty sure he
was
died in
arrested.
2019. Pretty
When
sure he
was
died in 2019.
when did he get when did he get in office, dude? It's 2026. Who was president? I wish we had. I've been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan, and they
Yeah, you
have
should
the
stop that.
Perplexity sponsor. No, it's pretty informative. You messed me up. Who was president in 2019?
It was Trump.
January. Oh, okay. What am I yapping about then, dude? Maybe I'm
Uh,
the poisoned. When did Joe Biden become president?
20, 2020. So like 2021 is when he started.
Okay, there you go. So I was off on the date that he died, but Joe Biden was able to look at the same files that we're all looking at now, and they didn't get released. Not saying, unfortunately, anytime I talk about politics, I just feel the need because I always just imagine whenever somebody listens to a sentence, they just kind of choose what they want to interpret from it. So I'm not saying anything about anybody covering up for anybody, but it's just like maybe they just didn't. There was probably some reason why they didn't want to release all the files.
Well, the attorney general, this is one of her statements, said that if we prosecute the people in the files, like the world will collapse.
Who cares, dude? Fuck them. That's what we were.
Yeah.
We've been basically having various talks about the files. So the episode that will not air. We tried to record this
Uh,
before, where we
it's a
just like
lost episode. It's a
it's
lost
not
episode.
lost if it never gets posted. You know what I mean? So we basically walked in here, no scripts, no ideas, just yaps. And we vibed we vibed out for an hour going through the Epstein files, which was probably one of the worst ways we could have gone about it. We probably should have, like, the problem is that there's just so much raw data. Like there's around like 300 gigabytes of information that just gets dropped. So it's we thought that we were going to like stumble across them sacrificing babies if we just searched funny key terms, which it didn't turn out to be. Um, so there's a bigger conversation there. I guess we could talk about like how to responsibly like view this and talk about this or whatever the hell. But that's what we've been talking about this a lot this week. So just from the raw some of the files we went through to just like the various discussions, like I was just yapping mostly because it's very easy to rile up some of our friends about some of these topics because they're very passionate about it, which is cool, but it's also just fun to take the piss out of them.
Just rage
So
bait them.
yeah,
Dude,
especially
rage baiting is so fun, especially if the person's already mad. That's like it's
yeah,
like it's so fun. It's so fun. Like I don't blame you when you do it. I'm like
yeah.
I'd probably do the same.
Like I
Like
forget what I was saying.
when I rage baited you at the Super Bowl, so funny. That was so funny.
Well, that's
You were
just
like,
because you're being gay.
that's not what I was talking about. That's not what it's like. Dude, I just rage baited him. Rage baited the
Yeah, but
baiter.
it's just because you will, like, after the fact, exaggerate something that happened, and then everybody takes that as fact. And then in order for me to have to correct the record, I then have to like say exactly what happened, and then people just don't believe me, or like they just won't argue what I'm saying,
That's your fault.
and they just
That's
argue
your
your
fault
exaggeration.
because that's your fault. Because why would people believe you?
It's
What
not
have you
even that
done?
you don't have to believe. Like you can look at my body of work and you could say, "Oh, this person is rage baiting me," or "This person is just shooting the shit." But like you still have to look at what I'm saying with some sort of merit. I don't know. We got I'll say it. Let's just talk about it. So we had an email, one specific email that we opened up, and I said, this could the username or the Gmail was redacted, so all it said was from G.Max, and I said, oh, this is from G.Max, and you said, oh, Ghislaine Maxwell, and I said,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's. I didn't even read the email yet. I was like, I don't know. We can't be sure of anything at the moment. And then you called me an idiot and said, "Who could it be? Who could it be?"
But like, I mean, come on, man. Who could it be?
Unfortunately, like there was no getting through to you at that moment. There was
Because like,
no.
who could
Oh,
it
we're
be?
looking at internet. We're looking at emails across the internet from 20 years. So there's so many people that's been in the files. That could possibly be. So let's like hold our horses for a second.
But you're not like my issue is you're not using context clues.
I didn't even read the email yet.
Like, but it's not the email, Jimmy. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the email address. It's
The email does not.
G.Max, the
So
person.
first off, the email does not have an email address associated with it. It's redacted.
No, but you said to G.Max or from G.Max, right? Is
That's
that
like
what you
the
said?
name. That's like the name.
Okay, but you were saying you were basically what you were saying is like that could be anybody. Well, maybe that's true, but if you use context clues and know about Epstein and his workings, you know it's his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell.
I mean,
That's why it's G.Max. It's
I
like
was
it
just saying
can't
maybe
be
we
any
shouldn't
more
just jump to
simpler.
conclusions right away and look at the thing, but sure. I understand that.
But
I understand the
I
context.
mean,
I
but
understand the
like,
context. All
oh
I'm
my God.
saying is that what if, hey, what if it's possible because also one that specific G.Max is only referenced in the files that one specific time. So, are we saying that that specific email was one of her burners that she only used for one
It wasn't a
reply?
burner. It definitely wasn't a burner.
Well, if you go to the .gov website right now, and you can search the Epstein files for yourself right now, I dare you, person watching, you search G.Max. The only thing that comes up is that specific email. And she's referenced a bunch of other times under Maxwell. Like so many. I'm not, again, I guess I'll have to say it is probably her just to stop you from being rage baited. But
It's not okay. I mean, sure, man. Yeah, it is probably her, even though it's definitely her.
there you go. There you go. That's all. That's all. So that was kind of one of the problems that we ran through. So I'm glad we just relitigated it and bashed our heads against the wall again. There's just so many different. It's just the way that it's set up too, because it's like you have to search key terms for shit, and so like in order to have some sort of cohesive look at something, you'd have to like download all this shit for yourself. Because like unless somebody's using the same like phrases in multiple email replies, you're not getting that. You're getting a bunch of different. It's like reading a bunch of different comic books that all have random stories, and so none of it makes sense. Like all disconnected from each other. Now there's been some really random ones that I've now started to see, which is the conclusion that we came to after the hour long we spent yapping about it. We should probably just wait for people to kind of comb through it, like other actual journalists, like comb through it and come up with the.
Like other journalists do their jobs.
Yeah. We should let journalists do their jobs and like analyze this and then we can kind of come to our own conclusions afterwards. But like just random shit. And the other problem is now like I'll see some TikTok shit and I'll be like, well, I don't know if that's actually true or not, just because they'll show a screenshot of something that is in the format of an email. Um, yeah, I don't know. Did you? So we also agreed, not agreed, but we were like, yeah, we should probably do some research on this. Did you end up doing any research on this, or?
I tried and I got bored. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It just
it's really hard.
it's just so much, and it's like I'm sure there's someone out there that cares a lot about this and will
Yeah,
do it. Um, and there is. It's just like like if I do my research, what am I gonna do about it? I'm not gonna go after these people. I can't. Like I
yeah.
don't have the power to.
Like that should be the FBI's job, right? To fucking indict all these people.
Yeah, like Cash Patel, do your job.
Please do your job.
No, like seriously, Cash Patel, like do your job.
That's why that was one of the arguments I essentially ran into. I'm like, yo, if we're not gonna, like, why are we not getting cases ready for these people or like setting anything up? Like, if we're not gonna set up cases, like, crank some 90s on them, you know?
Yeah, and it's
Or
just
I guess the
like
actual
what
format
is
phrase
like
is 200 pump them.
what is the point of like having an FBI, like the police force, if they're not going to protect these people at all? Like what happened to them happened, and there's no justice, nothing at all.
That's why
And, and
like
it's because these people are so powerful. And it's like then what is the point of us doing anything? Like what's the point of us doing anything at all in our
well,
lives?
I think
If
it's not that there's any point to doing anything, but like even I was listening to a 30 for 30 podcast today about like the FBI was monitoring in like 2020 like Adidas giving college kids like money to like sign their schools, like to an Adidas school and all that shit. The FBI looked into that
Mhm.
and they had an independent investigation going on for 2 years. And then the court cases took like another 2 years to go through. So yeah, like I get that things may take a little while to go through. And if everything in the what is being alleged is true, there's so many crimes to look through and consider and build a case around with so many witnesses and all that. Like I can understand how it could be a logistical nightmare. Basically going through what? The crimes potentially taking place from 2000s to like even maybe even a little bit earlier to what?
Yeah, but
20.
that's their job. Like that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, but what if that just takes a really long time? Because the same thing too, like if you're
It
gonna
doesn't
arrest him, you have to
matter. I
charge
don't
him
care if
after
it
a
takes a
certain period
long
of
time.
time.
They're supposed to do that. That's their job, is what I'm saying. Like you're supposed to do all that. Like
Yeah,
this is what like the taxpayers are paying money for.
yeah, but it's like how like what do you think is a reasonable time frame to not only go over all the information but to accurately charge him?
I don't know, but like my thing is like when are what's why are people free is my thing. Like well what's like what other proof do you need to know that these people were doing stuff with the known pedophile who you guys let free and he kept doing it? There's a whole documentary about it.
I mean, like that's kind of one of the things that I was running into with Robbie, where it's like, well, what if we just do this? And then it's like, well, that's not how investigations or police work works. Or like, it's just like it's probably a lot. Like I'm not involved in police work at all. I know nothing about it. I've only listened to like true crime fucking podcasts and like documentaries. But like if you're gonna arrest somebody, you need to be able to. You basically have to know everything that you're going to do before you even arrest them. When you're like building a case like this, it's not like you see a dude like breaking into a store and you can just arrest him and charge him right there because it's like you see what happened. All of this has to be corroborated and there's just a lot. And yeah, it's been how many years since they've had these files, and if they didn't yap in Congress and pass this bill, we would not know about it. I just feel like it's just a bunch of smoke screens that keep going up. Maybe it's
Yeah, because
like a
everyone's
politics
involved.
thing.
I think everyone's involved. That's what it is. I think everyone's involved in this, and that's why like nothing's happening.
Yeah, but even
That's my
then, like you would think like even some lackeys would just go down, like dudes at the very bottom of the chain that like aren't really that important, just to signify to the American people, like, oh look, somebody is going to jail for this, would go down. But that's what I'm saying. Like they're arguing. I didn't see the Pam Bondi thing, but they're like yelling at each other here. Meanwhile, like did wasn't Bill Clinton supposed to like testify in front of Congress? Did that happen
Yeah. I
yet?
don't know when that is. I don't know when that is, to be honest.
Yeah, so
Probably
it's like
soon.
you'll hear a lot of nothing. I guarantee he's just gonna say nothing, and it's gonna be a very hugely televised thing. Did you see that? Did you see the not the email? Did you see the interview he did? Epstein. I don't know with what
No.
publication.
Oh, it was like I don't know if it was an interview, but it was like a court hearing, I think. And the guy asked well, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but it was a court hearing, and one of the lawyers asked him, "How long have you been attracted to little girls for?" And he said, "Seriously."
Yeah, he's a fucking freak. And the craziest part was too, if he just wasn't attracted to what he was attracted to, this probably just goes on forever. Because it's like they're obviously using like prostitutes for all this stuff, but if they weren't if they weren't the age that they were, would have anybody really cared?
No.
You know what I mean? Not like
And
people wouldn't care, but like if it's all like chicks that are of age, it's just sex work at that point.
yeah, I know what you mean. No, they
Uh,
probably wouldn't have cared that much.
it's just like, and then this kind of starts getting into all the stuff that I kind of almost like, as I said in the beginning, I just bury my head in the sand and all this, and I kind of just choose not to engage or consume the media because it's like, okay, well, if this is all going on, you then start have to looking at like all of the other things that people call like conspiracy theory, or like you really have to start being like, what really was the CIA doing in like the 40s to the 80s before like they basically got broken up? Like, oh yeah, they were actually overturning Latin American governments, or they were involved in like all this stuff, like MK Ultra, and then like, oh okay, well if all this is true, what are they doing now? you know,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
it just
just think
gets
it's like
very depressing very fast.
we're we're so fucked. Like we live in a world we're just so fucked. Like that's my like you know how like me and you go to work every day and like we work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you work hard. I just work. Um, and like it makes it pointless to know that like none of this matters because all our money is just going to these people.
Eventually, AI will just become our digital gods and figure out which. It'll basically go to a certain point, and they'll be like, "Oh no, like I, I can figure out who gets allocated resources. You guys actually, through logic and reasoning, you people don't deserve resources to live." And that's going to be a whole thing. We're going to have to fight robots.
So you think we're gonna be Terminator? Like we're gonna be the Terminators thing? Like that's gonna be us?
I just think eventually AI is going to be like, yo, humans as a group are not like they're not sustainable. They're not good for the environment. They're vicious. They are greedy. They engage in all sorts of degeneracy, like as a whole, because there's just so much of it that even if, good people do balance out the world, there's just like, again, there's like the Epstein shit, or there's like huge powerful figures that are just like manipulating media, society, all this shit. Wars.
Speaking of
There's always
Epstein,
wars.
speaking of Epstein, aren't you a Diddy disciple?
Uh isn't that crazy too? Like everybody's not talking about
That
Diddy
you're a
anymore.
Diddy that you're a Diddy disciple?
Diddy
That's crazy. I
disciple. I
know.
was running around the basketball court, bouncing my beautiful voluptuous cheeks. dude, it's
Oh
all.
yeah, he had like remember there was like a picture of him like his court and it had like a
It
bed.
had a bed. Like, dude, I don't understand. Like, he would just watch them play basketball. Like, well, that was the thing. He would have them play basketball.
Like he's tired
Uh,
and he's like, I'm going to bed. You guys keep playing. He's just
no, like
watching them.
he would play basket. They would play basketball, but they would make them take off their pants. So they'd be playing with shoes and like jerseys. And yeah, that was a whole other thing too. But I mean, like, same thing. You just get enough money and like crazy shit just starts happening, man. And
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't I can't
I,
tell. Like, go ahead.
I still can't believe that he had like two. It wasn't one bed. It was like two beds. It might have been four because he might have had one for each corner. But he had beds in the court, and it's like, why is that needed? Like, what's the point?
Because he likes to watch him get all sweaty, and then he just like blows the whistle, and he's like, "You bed," and he just goes to town. I mean, I don't know any other logical conclusion to come out of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, let's just go. Let's just go to the cultural smokescreen that is the Super Bowl.
What'd you think of it?
I was low key uh bored and I could have fallen asleep and I was ready to fall asleep at the end, but then Robbie wanted to double check and make sure the kicker didn't get MVP and I was ready to go. Ready to go to bed.
Did you come with Robbie or?
No, I went with Ev, but I I wanted to stay to the very end to see who got MVP, but I was ready to go to fucking bed, buddy.
Oh, Kenneth Walker got it. I don't know if
No,
you
no,
knew
no,
that.
I know. We stayed for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
so
Yeah, you did. I was there.
we all I think that this consensus was that the Seahawks were going to win. I was betting on the over. Everybody else was betting on the under, but none of none of us I don't think really hit all of our major parlays. So, defensive good defensive effort. Will Campbell, you belong in a McDonald's flipping burgers. It is your rookie year,
It,
so hopefully you
the
bounce
problem with
back.
the problem with Will Campbell is that it's not that he has short arms. That's stupid. It's the fact that like he just has bad technique. Like his technique is very abysmal,
Yeah.
and that's what like he just needs to work on his technique. If his technique gets better, he'll be okay. But I mean, like, he just I don't know. Like I hope his technique gets better, but
So what is the uh when the stat says that a quarterback was pressured, what does that mean?
it means that like he was almost sacked. So basically, it's a stat that like it measures how I don't know how to explain it to you. So
Like if the
basically, when
quarter you have to make the quarterback move or he would have been sacked.
no, so basically a pressure is when like a lineman is coming over to the quarterback and he has to like throw it away in a hurry. So it's basically disrupts the timing of the quarterback.
Mm. He allowed 14 quarterback pressures.
That's yeah, I saw that. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like I don't think I think backups do that. Like that's how ridiculous that is.
Wow. He gave up 4 pressures. Oh, he gave up 4 quick pressures. Within
So
they're counting those within 2.5 seconds, tied for the
that
most in
means
Super
that means
Bowl
as soon as the ball was snapped, he was like
beat.
he lost his battle. Like that's how bad it was.
Wow.
So
Hmm.
yeah, he was terrible. I was telling Noel that you guys got lucky, and he was like, "Well, we played the top five like best defenses," and it's like that only works if the offenses also are working. You know, they played defenses that were great, but their offenses were so bad that it didn't matter what the defense did.
Yeah. I'm proud of Noel. He didn't cry. He kind of accepted it, kind of knowing, kind of walked into this game knowing he wasn't gonna win, low key.
I thought that was I kept mushing like when I was like, oh, I think the Patriots are gonna win because I didn't want them to fucking win. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's crazy that his girlfriend sent the picture of him in the Seahawks
That's
or her in
hilarious.
the Seahawks thing.
That's
That
just
is
that's just
crazy.
women. Women be like, "Oh, this is cute colors," while it's the
Your
colors of
literal
my
biggest
most hated.
ops.
Yeah.
You're wearing my ops' clothes. It's okay,
Like,
Noel. I'm
why do you
playing
have?
her in fantasy basketball right now. I'll do my best to lose.
Oh yeah,
I
fantasy
ain't winning.
basketball. I haven't kept up with that. I think I released one of my best players.
Dude, I had to drop my first round pick, Trey Young, because he's a gay. He's a he's a little pissant and got traded, and then
So
was like, "I'm not playing." Okay, thank you, first round pick. Goodbye. Like you, at least there's something for your football where you would talk about and you'd be like, "Yeah, I was getting fucked because all my dudes are getting injured." You can't help that. This dude just decided, oh, I got traded. I'm not playing for the rest of the year.
how do you like do that? Like, is that allowed? I feel like that shouldn't be allowed.
Well, are they? What team did he ended up going to again? The Wizards.
The Wizards, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm not into basketball that much either, but I feel like teams are low key like tanking again, and everybody's like trying to ignore it. Like the Jazz, um, the Jazz like this is like the third game in a row where they've benched their best players for the fourth quarter. They wouldn't give them any minutes in the fourth quarter, then they would lose.
Hmm.
But hey,
Maybe they are
Kyle
tanking it.
Flapowski, man, coming off the bench for me, dropping major points in my fantasy. So I don't care. But yeah, I hate fantasy basketball. I don't get it. One, I'm not super invested. I'm not really invested in football that much either. But at least for football, you can sit there on a Sunday and you can just see every game that most of the time you can see every game that goes on during the week. You can get a good grasp. Like, yeah, there's Monday and
Yeah,
Thursday, but
and it's easy to follow and it's easy to understand too.
yeah. And then
So
just checking in every day, setting your lineup. I did that for the first like 4 weeks, and I was struggling even with that.
I have never done that. I didn't do it last year. I was like, I'm definitely not doing it this year.
That's how I ended up
Why would
tying
I?
you. You didn't set your lineup for the entire week, and I set my lineup. I used all 8 of my free agency transactions, and I still managed to just tie you by trying my
Isn't that
hardest.
crazy? Isn't that crazy? I didn't even try, and you still had to try your hardest to beat me.
Dude, we have a tie. Like I don't know how many times in fantasy I've tied with somebody. That might be my only time.
Just wasn't your year, buddy. Like you weren't meant to beat me this year. It's
Oh
okay.
no, yeah, it is what it is. Especially for fantasy basketball. Once the draft, I was like, okay, I thought I had a good draft, and then everybody. Well, that's the other thing too. Everybody's just injured, or everybody just doesn't play.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like watching basketball that much because everyone's
Yeah.
always hurt, and then like it's just annoying. Like I don't know. I'm not a big basketball guy. I don't want to get ostracized in the comments by people who say, "Oh, well,
Uh,
basketball's the best sport on the planet." What are you talking about? Like, it's so
I-
fun to
I'll
watch. It's
say
so fun.
playoff basketball is fun to watch, but that's
Yeah,
also
I
the end of the
guess, but like,
season
is it?
when like Robbie would say when he's watching, he's like, I won't even watch till it's after the All Star break. Season hasn't even started yet, and it's like that's a whole lot of basketball.
Yeah, isn't the All Star break this week or something?
Um, um, yes, or like next week or something. Hold on, it says it on here, but can you what did you guys know that chick in the thing that Justin sent? Are we allowed to
What
talk about that
chick?
on the pod?
What chick?
The thing he sent
Right now?
at 8:54.
No, we didn't know who that was. That's just it was just some girl that
Then why
like
do
a
they know
bar.
her name? You cut out. You're still cutting out. Pop out and then pop back in again. While we're waiting for Abner to join again for his audio issues. Are you just gonna keep going? Hold on. It might be me, honestly. I might be having bad internet, but oh, it's getting worse.
Maybe you leave and come back. I don't know.
That's what I. Well, you're good now. You're good now.
Uh, was I sounding like that too?
Well, you were sounding like that, and I tried to tell you to leave and come back, and then you just kept yapping away.
Oh, you were sounding like that, and I was like, you gotta leave and come back.
Uh, yeah, my Wi-Fi I think like dimmed for a second. I don't know, but
I
so
don't
so
know.
why do you guys know her name?
No, I don't know who that is. Like, we don't know who that is.
Oh, so you okay?
Like, we don't personally know that person. Like, we just know of her from that incident. Like, that's it.
Okay. So for
Yeah.
the, I don't mind talking like very generally about it. One of our friends sent a picture of a chick that died outside of a chick that died at a bar shooting. And they like said her name, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" There's some hidden lore that's going on.
No, there's no hidden lore. It's just memeing. Like, they're just
Memeing.
memeing. Yeah, which sucks, but
Yeah. It is what it is.
yeah.
Like we did the like remember in 2K17 where you can make your own t-shirts?
Uh-huh.
One of the you could sort them through like most popular, and one of them was R.I.P. Kaneka, and it was a like a little black girl on a t-shirt, and we were like, "What the fuck is this?" Because it got like really popular, but apparently like their family or something like killed her and stuffed her in an ice box or
Oh
some shit.
shit,
So
what
like
the
you thought it was
fuck?
just like, who the fuck is this? And then you like
Dude, I
look it
have to
up.
tell you, like, I mean, speaking of uh like you mentioned true crime earlier.
Hmm.
So I was watching like this Netflix documentary, and it was called The Butcher of Delhi, like an Indian predator or something. And it
Uh-huh.
was about like this serial killer in India who he basically what he did was he killed a person, cut them up, and then like dropped off their body parts in plain sight at a jail with like police around, and nobody saw this guy. And he did it like four
What?
times.
That's crazy.
And like when they finally caught him, people were like, it's because he like looked like a regular guy, so they were like, "What the hell?" Like it was just the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like that, like this guy just had he just had
Yeah.
like he had a dismembered body, and you couldn't see him. Like that's insane.
There's the one dude in Japan who would like kill like I think he like killed the girl of these like parents and then like decapitated her and like put it on their doorstep and like rung the doorbell and like left their child's severed head. Like it's some really
What the
fucked up shit.
fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
man.
That is so crazy to hear about. Because like just thinking about it, it's like like I thought like people here were fucking fucked up, but then you hear about
Mm-mm.
the stuff in other countries, and you're like, holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Like
That's
what
what I'm
the
saying.
fuck are
Like,
you?
I think it's honestly the reason we don't hear about it is because it's so graphic. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously American serial killers are bad, but there is something like they're maybe it's because we have guns that like they'll shoot or they'll stab them. Like they'll use the threat of a gun to like get them to a secluded area and then just like kill them really quickly. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I found it. So she wasn't killed. Well, she like died after attending a party. Kaneka, this is. And then she was found inside a latched freezer of this Chicago hotel. Her family was not involved. So, just to get our all of our eggs in a basket or ducks in a row, if you will.
Hmm. Okay. I
Jeez,
mean, that's tough.
Epstein files, global conspiracies, serial killers. We're just buckets of fun today, huh?
Yeah, we are.
Also, why why did you recommend Plasmophobia?
I was looking at horror games to play, and it was
Uh
like one of the few ones that's cross-platform, and I want to play with someone because no one else would play that except you, honestly. Let's be honest here.
if I'm gonna be so honest, I absolutely hate horror games.
Oh, you're a fag.
I
All
am.
right. What are you scared? You scaredy cat?
Absolutely. Dude, if
Are you
for
serious?
those of you that know, back in the day, remember you ever play Resident Evil 7?
Yeah. No, I just lied. I don't. I've never played Resident Evil.
It's the really? Like any of them?
Yeah. No.
I highly recommend. I highly recommend. It's really good.
Yeah, so you hate horror games, but you'll play that.
Well, it's like a different type. So like at least that one is more like an action horror where it's like, yeah, okay, the combatants are scary and spooky and all that shit, but like at least you can kind of fight back. Like Outlast, I never liked. Uh all them other one like Alien Isolation, kind of like you do get the flamethrower, but it is like you're pretty helpless. Anything where you're like super helpless and you really can't do anything, those I really hate. Uh, do you ever play Outlast?
No.
You gotta play that one. That's when we, for whatever reason, back in like 2017, we would all go over to Robbie's house, and we would just play games. And we would all just be there. So like we were running Fallout for a while. We did Outlast for a while too. We were all playing that together. Good vibes, honestly. Really good vibes. We back when I was still living with my parents, they would go to the mountains on vacation like once a year for like a week. And we have like a dog. And so they were like, oh, somebody's got to watch the dog. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch the dog. And I would throw like house parties and like do all this shit while they were gone. And one of the years, uh, this is like maybe like 2019, like 2020 before COVID, but they were gone. And we decided to get into like a PS2 kick. Like we went over to the game store. I bought a PS2 and they bought a bunch of used games, and we would just go over there for like 12 hours a day and just play a bunch of random games. Like we were running a run of Kingdom Hearts. That was fun. We need to bring that back.
Having
Long
fun?
story
Aren't
short.
we gonna have fun tomorrow?
We are. We are. So what promotion is this?
It's called like It's just wrestling or something like that. And like the only reason I'm going is because a buddy of mine from high school is in the main event. And
It's just wrestling.
yeah, it's in like it's North Philly, but like I mean it's a church, so like we go in there and we paid $5 and the money just goes to the church, so it's like a good cause at the same time. So
Wait. Oh, what's his name?
uh, I don't know his wrestling name, but his the name I know him by is Hefner.
Oh, I don't know. They posted a thing 3 months ago that they were going to be at the Montgomery Mall.
Is that near
That's
you? I don't know where
fucking
that is.
hilarious.
I don't know where that
Let's
is.
see. Cage match. It's just wrestling. IJW. Where's their? I found their Facebook. I don't have a Facebook, but let me look at it. Yo, we should go to the It's Just Wrestling Academy. It's now open to the public. Monday,
Hey,
Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 to 10.
hey, dude. I told you I'd get you into wrestling. I told you.
Tioga Street, PA.
It's like 10 minutes away from me, so like that's why I was like, we can go there, and then after we can go to Fishtown.
Alonzo Russo has a story to tell G Sparrow for this Friday, February the 13th. Be there.
Dark Valentine. Dark Valentine.
Dark Valentine. Huh. Yeah, looking at this stuff here. Huh. Your IJW It's Just Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Rio Roman. Roman Reigns. Should we acknowledge him when he pulls up?
I wonder if his gimmick's like that. He's like
Maybe you should
Philadelphia version.
acknowledge me. I would like you to acknowledge me. They Let's check their videos. What's their latest video? This Friday, be there to witness LJW at its best. Oh my.
I mean, even if it's like not the best, it's a $5 wrestling show. It's not like we're losing money. You know
Oh
what I
hell
mean?
yeah. This still looks like a fucking prison video. Yo, they got this dude. I have no idea who this dude is. Um can you look at my screen if I share the video?
I think so. Yeah.
Fucking I'll screen share this. Let me see if I can throw this up on the
Oh yeah, that's
podcast.
like their like general manager. I
Dude,
was
he
watching that.
looks like let's see. How do
Abraham
I
Lincoln. Oh no, he looks like Khabib.
Yeah, he looks like a daggy. There. Our pictures will be in the way for just a second. Bing.
Man, being a general manager is really, really tough on me.
I didn't think he would sound like that.
Ah,
TBH. I love this. I love this a lot, actually. Wow.
we got to follow the storyline. Like, what's the
Did I mess
story?
up? Did I really mess up? This.
Huh?
Oh, that's Hef. You just saw him. That's my buddy.
Which one is he?
Uh, let's play.
Is he that one?
No, no. Oh yeah, yeah. He's on the one on the left.
Huh? Huh? He's that one?
The one on the left. Yeah.
All right, we'll I'll make sure to cheer for this. Who's that guy?
I don't know. I don't even know what his wrestling name is, to be honest with you.
Oh.
I hit him up the other day because I saw he was like doing that, and I was like, dude, that's awesome that you're like actually pursuing your dream of wrestling. I wish I can be as cool as you. I didn't
Did,
say the last part,
did he
but
respond?
yeah, me and him were talking. He's
Hell
like an old
yeah.
friend.
Hell
Me and
yeah, dude.
his dad are cool too. His dad's a great guy.
Huh. And he just randomly decided to do this, or
Well, I follow him and I saw he was like doing wrestling. I was like, dude, where does this guy wrestle? And when I saw he doesn't wrestle that far, I was like, so I asked him, like, yo, dude, I want to come see you wrestle and stuff. I want to come watch. I mean, it's an indie show, so like I'm more excited about that.
yeah.
So and I
Huh.
was like, oh, that's awesome, dude, that you're wrestling. So I can't wait. Can't wait to go and watch and
Didn't you say that you were trained to be a wrestler?
no, I never said that.
Oh, you should.
So are you excited about the free agents we'll see next tomorrow?
I don't know, man.
You're not
Free
about the
agents, as in the beautiful single ladies that'll be out the day before Valentine's, as
yeah.
we will be hitting up the bars after the show. I have not high hopes because I filled my love quota recently. Like I went on a date on Saturday or Sunday or whatever. So I think I'm good with female interaction for at least 3 months.
That sounds stupid. Why?
Deleted
What
Tinder
happened?
again.
Oh
You
wait,
know,
oh
I'm
wait, you went on a date the other day, right? How did that go?
uh went okay. Went okay. Um I don't know what it says about me uh, that I can only attract au pairs, man. Like chicks that basically come to the country because a couple decided to have them as like their live-in nanny. Like this is like the second one that I've taken out on a date. And I don't know if they just look at me and they're like, "Oh, generic white guy." Ah.
Maybe, but that's working on your favor.
I guess. But yeah, man, she was a Brazilian, spoke Portuguese, which was like a really good, really threw me for a loop because I know Spanish, but technically Portuguese is just a little bit different. It's just different enough
Wait,
that
you know Spanish?
I took 4 years of Spanish.
Are you fluent?
No, absolutely not. But like,
Uh,
if I were dropped in the middle of Spain or Mexico, I could probably figure out how to like at least call for like emergency services or like Some basic shit.
Oh, okay.
I would definitely sound like, you know
Would you
how
go? Would you go? Me amo, himi.
me llamo
Por
Ace,
qué,
Jaime.
por
Puedo ir
qué
el
con los
baño, por
otros?
favor. You
Uh,
know, she said I spoke very gringo when I was doing my Spanish. So, but yeah, no, it
well,
was
you should.
cool. We
Well,
went.
you should have said. You should. This is what you should have told her. She's in. Should be like, well, ICE will get you. So.
That was a whole thing too. Like, dude, I don't know if it's just Brazilians or like whatever, like immigrants, man. They don't give a fuck. They get right to brass tacks. Like the second question she
So is
asked
there?
me was, "How long was your last relationship, and why are you now single?" And it's like, damn, give me a chance to like puff up my character a little bit, make you try and like me.
So is there going to be a second date or not? Have you talked to her since?
um, like it went well and all that, yada yada. And then I texted her. We went out Saturday. The Super Bowl was Sunday. So I had like texted her once and she responded, and I texted her back. And then she didn't respond for like 3 days. And then she randomly called me uh like yesterday. And I didn't
Uh
respond. So today I texted, I said, "Did you call me?" Because I had already like I basically I just assumed like, oh, okay, this is a lost cause. So I just like deleted her number.
mm,
And I realized that it was her still. I was like, oh, whatever. So it's like, oh, did you call me? And she was like, yeah, I was calling because I wanted to invite you to a all you can eat sushi place down in Center City. And I said, oh, which I
Jimmy,
think
you
was
could look me
more
invite her tomorrow
no,
to the bar. Why?
no.
Why?
Because I think she was basically inviting me to invite her down to go to a restaurant.
Okay, then invite her to the bar and.
I don't want to.
Hmm, okay.
I just saw it as oh, you want me to take you out somewhere? Oh,
Isn't that the point? I'm not understanding what's going on.
like there's just like a very severe lack of communication. Like, damn, okay, I see how I am being used here.
Mm.
Like, if I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe it's just how I communicate. I would like some sort of interaction besides like nothing, and then nothing for like 5 days, and then oh yeah, you should take me to the sushi place. Oh, okay, cool. I said I'm not available this weekend, but I am available next. And then she never responded. So,
Mm. That sucks, buddy.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. That's why I say I'm good for like at least 3 months. So, prospects tomorrow potentially, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, you never know, dude. You never know.
Oh yes, the love of my life will just be in a bar in Fishtown tomorrow, just waiting
Never
for
know.
me.
You never know.
True. I was saying before, I'm happy now that I'm like, even though I'm making terrible shots, at least we're putting up shots.
At least, yeah. At least you're doing it. No, you're not just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm
How long
learning.
have we been doing the pod now?
Doing the pod for 53 minutes, low key. I'm awake now. We could do a super pod. We could do this for fucking 2 hours, dude. But
Talk about what?
this is the Yap. We could talk about anything and everything under the sun
Mm.
in the world.
You know what we need? You know what we need on this podcast?
Women.
We need a guest. We need to bring in a guest and we have to ask them questions. That's why those other pods where they just talk about everything are good because they have guests. So
Well,
we need to
it's
have guests.
celebrities that really actually get views, but that's a whole different concept. Or not concept, but
Who
that we're
cares?
not in that
Who cares?
ballpark.
Who
Also,
cares?
it's kind of a big ask to ask normal people because I don't really know how to do this any other way. It's a big ask to get normal people to be like, "Hey, can you join Discord and then I'll invite you to my server and then you can hop in this voice channel." It's a
The
very
way you
hard
make it sound
ask.
is so creepy, dude. That was such a creepy way to ask someone.
I mean, how are you supposed to ask them? Hey, can you please join my internet forum where I will invite you, and then you will join the associated voice channel to communicate under a
Yeah,
recording.
that sounds like a pretty good way to ask.
I'll just ask chicks if they want to be a part of my podcast. How about that?
Oh
Should,
my
should
God,
that be our
that's a
go-to?
that's a great
And then I'll
pickup
pull out
line.
like a fake. I'll pull out one of them fake tiny microphones, and I'll be like, "How many bodies you got?
What's
How many
what
bodies
do
is
you
too many
look for in a
bodies?
man? What do you look for in a man?
How tall do you think
Um,
I am?"
what's the one where it's like, how much does a man have to earn to take you out on a date? And the
Yes.
girl's
Oh
like,
my god,
and
I might have to use
at
that.
least 400K.
At
Like,
least
what?
4,000 bands.
Oh, like, shut up. You don't know exactly. Like, you don't know how much people make. Like, that's how I know you're retarded.
Yeah, I think half of it's rage bait, and then I think now people are just in on it, so they'll just say ridiculous shit, and it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point, because then the audience of incels looked at that and it goes, "Oh, they do believe it,"
Oh,
and it just
why do they think
reinforces.
this stuff?
Yeah, and then it reinforces the incentive for the dudes to make it. It's all stupid. Yeah, so I can't wait to throw a couple of them out. Did you know, me and my podcast host here wondering if you would come on our podcast because we want to bring
We
Chop
want to
Shit.
know.
We want to bring Chop Shy
Yeah,
onto the pod.
we want to know like what women think about men.
We have a feminist podcast, and we're really interested in the authentic perspectives of the foids of the actual female sex. But then oh, you know what we should do? We should say we'll basically imply that they're trans, like a trans person. That would be funny.
Uh,
Because
yeah, we
especially
probably
because
get
like
hit.
it's the city, so like you just kind of assume that everybody's super progressive, so they're gonna say that they're not
Especially Fishtown.
trans. Huh?
Especially Fishtown.
Just Fishtown?
No, I'm saying especially Fishtown. Like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
they're progressive.
So like that's how you get them in a you throw them for a loop, because if they say that they're not trans, they're gonna say it in like a angry way and a very defensive way, and then you get to just call them transphobic, and the loop never ends. I'm not a man. I'm not trans. No, no, I know. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you are a woman. No, I'm not. Yeah. That's why I low key thought it would be really funny to ask him about like Palestine and Israel. That would be a fun topic too. But I think that they could just tell that I'm just being a fucking dickhead. What was your go-to pickup line?
Mine was uh, uh
I'd pepper. If I was a woman, I'd pepper spray you.
no, mine I didn't have one to be honest with you.
You just say,
I
"Hey,
just
I'm Abner,"
yeah,
and then
it wasn't yeah, it wasn't
and you would just happen to know
like,
somebody that they knew.
yeah, honestly, yeah, that's how it worked. Like I would just talk to them. And I mean, yeah, that was it. I would just talk to them. You know how
Wow.
Justin did it? That's exactly how
No.
I would do it.
You're gonna have to tell me off the pod how Justin met his girl.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really know.
Wow. Wow, you just don't know everything about your
You
friends.
know who would? Yeah, I don't pay attention to everyone. Noel would
Uh,
probably know.
were you
Or you could just ask Justin. I think
were,
they met. I think they met at work or something like that. I'm not sure.
I think that's yeah. I was were you in the car when we basically were trying to figure out what everybody's jobs were? Like on the way to Noel's?
Mm, no,
I
no,
forget
I
who I
wasn't in the
was picking
car.
up. I think I might have been driving with like Robbie and somebody. And it really is that thing
Uh huh.
that women talk about where it's like, "Oh, you just hung out with your friends for like 8 hours? Oh, like what's going on? What'd you guys talk about?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, nothing." And I was
Nothing.
like, "Oh, I think I started off with that premise." I was like, "That's fucking really stupid." It's like, "Of course I talk to you guys." And I was like, "I know what you guys do. Like you do something or other. And I think I said that Brian was an engineer, and he's like not.
Brian Pitts?
Yeah.
No, Brian. I don't. I think he works at like a uniform place.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's something like that. But I figured that out. But that's why I was like, I don't know why I thought that. And then I think I got like two other people's jobs wrong. So that was like a whole fun day. I also think that I just have terrible memory. That might be a me specific thing. But
What did you think Robbie's job was?
I know he did something with printers. He did something with printers. Fixes them. Uh mates with them. I don't know.
Mates with them?
Yeah. Need more ink. You know? Anyway, I think this is a
Yes.
great time to
What do you
end the
think Brian
podcast.
Arnott's job is?
Huh?
What? No. What is Brian Arnott's job?
His job is fucking fist fighting homeless men.
I was just saying, fighting people on the street.
Dude,
On the street
he
because they didn't park right.
he's I'm almost low key, you know how like police you could like shadow police officers or you could do like ride alongs. I want to like take a day off of work and
You
like
want to
sit in
shadow
his
Brian?
fucking truck. Yeah, I want to see what goes on every day.
I wonder if that's a thing, like a ride
Dude, I hope
along.
so. Dude,
The
I would low key love
PTA.
it.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. What do you think Noel does?
Noel is a journalist.
What did you wait? What did you
No,
did you
I know what he
say anything about
does.
my job?
No. I mean, I just know you. I honestly don't even remember. I just know you're in finance of some description.
So he's a
You're
finance
actually
guy,
the one
right?
that's doing the Epstein shit. Like that's your people. Financier Abner.
Yeah, fact. New York financier no, Philadelphia financier Abner.
Abner. That guy.
What? I didn't know
What?
he was into that.
Handling money? No way.
Dude, dude. Speaking of Epstein, some of the people who were on the files were like Prince Andrew's ex-wife was like, if you weren't in the files, you're kind of a loser. And it's like,
One of
what?
the most interesting responses that probably anybody could have said. That was a crazy, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty
like if you're not
sure,
in the
I'm like
files, you're
99% sure there is a picture of Prince Andrew doing coke on a what appears to be very I'll save myself for speculation. Very very young girl, if you will. Very gross. And that's what the other thing is too. Like there's images in the files. So like people are discovering certain images as well. Way to kill the vibe there, buddy. You wanna
who
end the
me?
pod by naming random celebrities and seeing if they're in the files?
Um, yeah, we could, but there's some like comedians too who like were never famous.
Logan
Um,
Paul,
who are
not in the
like
files.
who are like who are like who are like using being in the files as like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at us, we're in the files.
I think he went to a WWE show.
And it's like, who?
Epstein.
The financier? The financier?
Yes. I think so.
The New York financier, Jeff Epstein.
See, this is a problem too. It's like I have to sit here and read, and I can't. You're echoing, by the way.
Let's end the pod there
Uh, hold on. Let me try
because I'm
something.
echoing.
Let me try and find
Okay.
something where he talks about it. They say it a lot. That's the other thing too. They'll say something, and it'll be in like some random shit that's not even associated. Uh, signature of $18,000 for some Deutsche Bank. Okay. Apparently, it's like different formats for like a file or something. That's stupid. Oh, here we go. Test of oh, it's a what? This is some random magazine. There's just some random magazine. Okay. All right. I'm over this. We should call the pod. Okay. We're gonna go now.
All
Last
right, bye
words.
bye, guys. Please subscribe,
We
and
subscribe, comment.
donate to Jimmy's Kickstarter. It's called Justice for Epstein, the Kickstarter.
The documentary, the tell-all tale that frees Epstein. Starting it right now.
Yeah.
We
All
are an
right.
Apple Pod. We might
All
not be
right.
for longer. We are on Spotify. They might kill us for our comments, but
YouTube, we're done. But find us on Daily Motion.
Yeah, find us on Daily Motion. Find us on we're gonna be back on MySpace. Tumblr, here we are. All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Hit the fucking button. Stop recording.